Hello and welcome to Say What channel. I'm your host, MGTS or Muay Thai Shark. Today, I'd like myself to be listened to by our neighbors, Korean people. I don't know Korean at all, so allow me to speak in English. It is an undeniable fact that Japan inflicted indescribable suffering on some countries in Asia, including Korea, during the pre- and post-war periods of World War II. The fact can never be erased. No matter what you might say about it, we Japanese have no choice but to accept the accusations. But I would say it's about time for you, Korean people, to forgive us. Since her defeat, Japan has reflected on the barbarism of the past and worked sincerely, earnestly, and diligently on the path of a peaceful nation. Japan has also made human and monetary contributions to helping develop those countries our ancestors caused enormous suffering to during the war. The Japanese are no longer the pre-war Japanese. We are never barbaric as some Koreans think. I can confidently say, in truth, that we are good and kind people, sometimes so kind and soft that some foreigners might feel sorry for us, who aspire to a warm and peaceful life. In Japan, there have been fewer and fewer people who know a lot about the war. They are unable to understand anything that is being said if you repeatedly demand a sincere apology from Japan or Japanese people. In particular, there are few young people who are truly aware of Japanese barbarism of the past as a historical fact. In a situation like this, frequent requests for apologies are only to embarrass them. You may be offended and want to say, hey, that's not your line, Mr. and Mrs. Japanese, but this is exactly what's going on in Japan. I don't want to hurt Korean people, our good neighbors, but there are some things that I have to say. You have been insisting that Japan's apologies are not enough. I'd like to remind you, however, Japan has expressed many times our deepest regret on and sincere apology for the war crimes Japan committed since the conclusion of the 1965 Treaty of Basic Relations between Japan and the South Korea. In fact, not only successive prime ministers and chief cabinet secretaries, etc., but the emperor have also expressed on behalf of the Japanese people, quote, sincere remorse and honest apologies for the fact that there was a period in our history in which Japanese actions inflicted unbearable suffering and sorrow on the people of the Korean Peninsula. how many more times or how much longer are we going to have to keep apologizing to Korean people to have them forgive us? As long as the two countries exist in this world, I'm a big fan of Korean movie Tongyi. I believe her righteous mind and dignified way of life will cleanse and purify everybody's soul and mind. As you know, there is a scene in a film where Tony gives a second chance rather than punish those who tried to put her to death. I suppose anyone could help but be impressed by her generosity or broad-mindedness. I believe that the spirit still exists in modern Korea. Could you very kindly accept Japan as a friend rather than an inconvincible political enemy with Tong-yi spirit? By the way, I've heard that in Korea, school textbooks describe Japanese war crimes and atrocities in minute detail, yet significantly in a distorted way with a view to educating students in such a way as to get them to hold a grudge against Japan. I think it's simply a sad fact for Korean kids. As for me, I would never want to raise my kids to satisfy their pride by hating and insulting others. Everyone makes mistakes. Anyway, anybody. Therefore, it is not beautiful to despise in a lofty attitude those who sincerely repent of their sins and to curse them with thoughtless remarks while condemning your own offenses. I believe nothing is more beautiful than trying to raise children to love their neighbors, which would, in fact, further enrich Korean society, culture, politics, etc. in the future. And would also transform South Korea into a country with a high level of cultural maturity revered by the global community. Beautiful citizens of the Republic of Korea, please accept us Japanese as your good friends, and please do not demand any more apologies and reparations from us. It may be a hard decision for you. However, it will surely bring your country more happiness. And it should also be the driving force toward the fair pursuit of happiness for the rest of the world. Regardless of nationality or ethnicity, anybody really wants to live in amity and peace with one another. If you try to demonstrate such a noble and honorable attitude to the world as Tong Yi once did, you should win a respectable position and become a nation viewed as an independent exemplary country by the international community. Let me wish you and the Republic of Korea health, happiness, and prosperity. Thanks for watching. See you again soon.